Cassava may just be the next big thing out of Jamaica. Beverage giant Red Stripe will be replacing barley used to manufacture its beers with cassava. The change forms part of a plan by Red Stripe's parent company Diageo to use more locally produced raw materials in the manufacturing of its products. Last year, Red Stripe started its process of commercializing cassava with a 36-acre pilot project at Bernard Lodge in St. Catherine called Project Grow. On Tuesday, the beverage company signed a lease agreement with the Ministry of Agriculture to obtain another 250 acres at Wallen Farm, also in St. Catherine, for Phase 2 of the project. Overcoming the problem of yield not proving to be commercially viable, at Tuesday's signing, General Manager for Red Stripe, Cedric Blair, says its biggest achievement from Phase 1 of the project is the opportunity for employment.
We're using drip irrigation. And we have a certain level of planting density that has allowed us to get the kind of yield. We've constructed an office out there with sanitary facilities for all our farmers that we have at the plant. And most importantly, we have trained 29 young Jamaicans, men and women. And the most important part of those training is that we've employed all of them. To every single one. And so what was important to us, it wasn't that we were training people in cassava cultivation, but that we could provide employment for them.
According to Blair, the first phase of the project cost the company $1.6 million, and Phase 2 will cost a projected $700,000 to acquire the additional lands.
Is we have to build enough processing capacity to absorb the offtake of cassava, so we're demonstrating that we can get this done. We're putting in this 20 root ton, which will be enough capacity to process the 300 acres that we have. Once we go to 1,000, 2,000, we will need to add an additional 100 ton root ton factory. We believe we're going to need to add at least an additional 200 ton root ton factory somewhere elsewhere in the country. They will not necessarily be installed here at Red Stripe, but we will operate and run them around the country, and we'll need to make a decision once we decide where the big lots of cassava plantation are.
Blair notes that completion of the project, which will include a third phase, should be completed within the next 3 to 5 years. The Red Stripe boss notes that by the end of 2015, cassava will provide 5% of the brewing raw materials, with the company's overall goal being 40%.